Hello guys! Today we are going to speak about globalization. We will cover such points as what is globalization, reasons for globalization, transnational corporations, positive impacts of globalization, and negative impacts of globalization.
Globalization is the process by which the world is becoming increasingly interconnected as a result of massively increased trade and cultural exchange. Globalization describes the growing such linkages: economic, political, technological, and cultural. Globalization has been taking place for hundreds of years, but has speeded up enormously over the last half-century. Globalization has resulted in increased international trade, a company operated in more than one country, greater dependence of the global economy, freer movement of capital, goods, and services. Also, globalization is probably helping to create more wealth in developing countries. It is not helping to close the gap between the world's poorest countries and the world's richest.
There are several key factors which have influenced the process of globalization. Improvements in transportation. Larger cargo ships mean that the cost of transporting goods between countries has decreased. Transport improvements also mean the goods and people can travel more quickly. Freedom of trade. Organizations like the World Trade Organization promote free trade between countries, which help to remove barriers between countries. Improvements of communications. The internet and mobile technology has allowed greater communication between people in different countries. Labor availability and skills. Labor-intensive industries such as clothing can take advantage of cheaper labor costs and reduce legal restrictions in less economically developed countries. Companies that operate in several countries are called multinational corporations or transnational corporations. Factors attracting transnational corporations to a country may include cheap raw materials, cheap labor supply, good transport, access to markets where the goods are sold, friendly government policies.
Globalization is having a dramatic effect on world economies and on people's lives. Some of the positive impacts are: investment by transnational corporations helps countries by providing new jobs and skills for local people. Transnational corporations bring wealth and foreign currency to local economies when they buy local resources, products, and services. The extra money created by this investment can be spent on education, health, and infrastructure. The sharing of ideas, experiences, and lifestyle of people and cultures. Globalization increases awareness of events in faraway parts of the world. Globalization may help to make people more aware of global issues such as deforestation and global warming, and alerts them to the need for sustainable development.
Some of the negative impacts include: globalization operates mostly in the interest of the richest countries, which continue to dominate world trade at the expense of developing countries. There are no guarantees that the wealth from inward investment will benefit the local community. An absence of strictly enforced international laws means that transnational corporations may operate in less economically developed countries in a way that would not be allowed in a more economically developed country. Globalization is viewed by many as a threat to the world's cultural diversity. Besides, industry may begin to thrive in less economically developed countries at the expense of jobs in manufacturing in the United Kingdom and other more economically developed countries, especially in textiles.
So, today we talked about globalization, reasons for globalization, positive and negative impacts of globalization. Thank you for your attention.